I'm Demetrius Andre. This is Vitalize, mental and physical performance. When I take this, I feel focused, I feel ready, and my body is willing to do whatever it takes to become number one.
Hey, how's it going? This is Marcos Villegas being joined with Tevin Farmer via Zoom. Tevin, man, it's been a while since fans have heard from you, from seeing from you as well. How have you been during this whole time, Tevin?
I've been good, man. How you doing, man? Anyway, first of all,
I'm great, man.
that's good. I've been good, taking it easy, training, doing some business stuff, doing some real estate. That's about it.
You've been productive during this time. You've been training and all that. On top
Yeah.
of
I've
the
been
real
training.
estate stuff.
I got a gym. I got a gym in my house. So
Yeah.
yeah.
It's been a year since people have seen you back in the ring. Do you have any plans to be back in there
So
pretty soon?
as of right now, we working on a date in April. So hopefully we can get that. Hoping get a date in April and then go from there.
With that date in April, do you have an idea as to like who? Do you have an idea as to where? Can you let us in on any info?
Not who or where yet, but right now we're looking at April. Hopefully I know somebody by the end of the week, and if I find April or not, most likely I will. Just got to get an opponent and stuff like that.
At this point, in terms of opponents, like who would you like to see in there? Do you want someone who's in the top three, or do you want someone that, given it's been has it been more than a year? It's been around
Yeah,
close to a year.
it's been like a year from change, like a little over a year.
Like, do you want someone to just kind of see like how your reflexes are, how you are with the time off?
I mean, I want my title shot. I had a rematch clause in my recent contract with Jojo, and they made up a lot of bullshit saying something about it expired, but it never really expired because COVID hit. So in reality, we couldn't really do. I had to fight him within 5 months, but we really couldn't fight in 5 months because of COVID hit. So they try to use that as an excuse, and I could have sued a lot of people, but that's not what I'm about. So I took it on the chin. Karma is a bitch, and what goes around comes around. And I feel like I will be fighting for a title soon, no matter what.
Yeah, I was gonna get into that. Jojo fought over the weekend. Obviously, he didn't make weight. He missed weight by 2 pounds.
Yeah.
He lost the title on the scale, and then he came out of that fight with Rakhimov as a draw.
Yeah.
How'd you see the fight, and overall, what were your impressions of the Jojo that we saw on Saturday?
I was watching the fight on and all, but from all around I seen, I feel like it was a close fight. I feel like a draw was fair. Some people, I had like 1 or 2 people say that Jojo might have put it off by a round, but I mean, even if Jojo would have won or would have been a draw, I still feel like it was a good decision.
With that and giving, he doesn't have the title anymore. Where does that leave you in terms of him? Because obviously, you guys fought and you didn't get the win. Is he still someone who's of importance to you to get a fight?
No, not really. Yeah, right now at this point it's pointless. The whole point of the rematch clause was to fight for my title again, and it didn't happen. I got effed over by somebody in between. I don't know who or how, but I was effed over, and I'm not surprised. I was always the underdog in the sport of boxing. I wasn't supposed to make it to the level I made it at, but I did because I stayed consistent and worked hard. And I mean, I feel like I'm gonna get it again, like sooner than later.
Why wouldn't you not want to avenge that loss, regardless of a title or not?
I mean, it's pointless. It's pointless. I'm not. I don't care about revenge the loss. Because if it go like that means I gotta go revenge every loss that I took. So, not really. That's like me saying I'm gonna go fight Jose Pedraza again, or the guy that beat me in my first pro fight. Like it's really nothing. He's still at the end of the day, he beat me, but he's still way behind me. Like he's not even at the level. Like I don't. He's not at the level. He got a long way to go to. He didn't even make a defense. He fought one time. They say you're not a world champion until you make a defense, right? He didn't make a defense. He lost the belt on the scale. He haven't made one defense. I made multiple defenses in less than a year or two, or year and a half, multiple. You know, I feel like I reached a level that's way beyond him, and he actually beat me that night. You know, and I can't take nothing away from him for that. You know, he came in the better man. I had issues going on, but that don't matter. He still came in the better man. I feel like it was a fluke. It was like another Andy Ruiz and Andy Ruiz and Joshua. It was a fluke. And that's why they didn't want to give me that rematch, because they already know what would have happened. And the crazy thing about it is, him rematching me, he'd probably made close to $1 million. But he rematched this guy yesterday or Saturday, and he probably walked away with less than 200 or something. Don't make sense. If you could beat me again, fight me. You know, so.
With the whole situation, I guess with the fallout, you said, you guys couldn't come to an agreement. The deadline passed up. But you also mentioned, like, hey, there's COVID going on. How is this fight supposed to happen with COVID going on? Is that really the real issue here with the fight not happening? Was it that, or was there other things that caused it to not happen?
That's the real issue. I have no reason to lie. I made a ton of money. I always been an honorable guy. So I don't have any reason to lie. Like, I have no point in lying about nothing. Like, I have the proof that his previous manager sent letters to the IBF stating that, can we bypass him and fight him another time because of this, because of that. I have those proofs. And then you can ask him about it. If he lied, we can put the documents out. It's not an issue, right? So it's just bullshit. I have all the proof. The proof's in the pudding. I have it all in my emails.
Mm. Now, with that, the IBF title is now vacant. Obviously, Jojo lost it on the scale last Friday. I know the IBF ordered the guy that just fought Rakhimov and Ogawa, I believe, for number one.
Yeah.
What do you make of that? And do you
I
feel
feel
that
like
he should have gotten that nod?
Yeah, I feel like the right thing for the IBF to do was and they know that I had a rematch clause. And I feel like the right thing for them to do, as just being just the right thing, is to say, hey, Tevin's gonna fight for this belt. It's only right? Then you got guys like Kenichi Ogawa that got caught on steroids years ago when he fought me, and then just able to fight for a world title again, like, and not even have to go through a number one spot. Like, I feel like me and the Russian guy should have fought, if anything. Rakhimov, what's his name?
Rakhimov.
Rakhimov. Yeah, I feel like if anything, the IBF owed me that fight. They should have put me and him if they wanted to put him back again, which I think he deserved another shot, because the guy he fought came in overweight and he fought to a draw. So he do deserve another shot. So I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at all. He deserved another shot. But as far as just them picking Kenichi to fight him, Kenichi could have fight Martin J. Ward or somebody for an eliminator. I should have been the one fighting for the title. And I may still. I don't know. It's nothing set in stone.
With that fight that you had with Jojo, that's the last fight that fans had seen you fight, and you've alluded to it, but you haven't really said anything. You said there was a lot of things that went wrong. What went wrong, Tevin?
There's a lot of things, and I mean, there's a lot of personal issues that I'm gonna speak about eventually. Mm-hmm. When I do a documentary or whatever I do, or I'll just come out one day. But besides that, things that I can talk about is my weight cuts. Depleting myself from water for like a week and a half before the fights. Like hardly drinking any water, just unknowledgeable, and running every day up until the day before the weigh-in, and like I was drained. And anybody in that who was there or watched it can see that it wasn't me. Jojo won by 1 point on 2 scorecards, right? They know it wasn't me, so they took it and ran with it, and that's why the rematch didn't happen.
In terms of the weight cut, is it something that you just didn't watch your weight in the weeks prior? Was it something where, like,
no, it's not about me being heavier or not. It's just how I did it,
Yeah.
So now what I have learned, I talked to a lot of specialists at weight cuts and all that after the fights and stuff like that, and they even told me like they don't even know how I was able to make it to this level and perform the way I was cutting weight, right? So if you ask any fighter now, right, you know, you my bad, somebody called me.
That's all good.
So your body is, you know, the body made of mostly water, right?
Yeah.
So we need
They say
water,
like
right?
75, 70.
Yeah, somewhere around
like
there.
that.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure what it was, but the week to the fights, the week before the fight, week and a half, I'm damn near not drinking any water, and I'm got the plastic going, so it's like it basically effed me up, right? But now what I learned is fighters drink 2 to 3 gallons of water all the way up until the day before the weigh-in, and then they cut weight a certain way.
Yeah, so
They do it.
they could flush it all out.
They do it a certain way.
Yeah.
I didn't do that. I didn't do that for ever,
Mm.
but I was still able to
So what
make it
were
to
you
the level.
doing? You said just plastics and running up until the weigh-in?
Yeah.
And like I would imagine sauna, right? The bike in the sauna.
No, I never did the sauna, but
Yeah.
I ran every day. I ran to the point where like the week, like the let's say a fight on Saturday, fight the way on Friday, all the way up to that last Thursday. When I tell you my legs used to be killing me, they used to be killing me. And I felt like that since I first got my title, but I never knew what it was. And it took for me to take a loss, which I'm happy I did, because I would hate to be in there with somebody better than JoJo, and that happens. So now I learned from that, and I'm gonna be back better. Like I'm gonna be back better.
With that return, you know, I'm looking at you right now. You know, like you mentioned, you haven't been active in a long time. Is cutting the weight going to be an issue going forward? Like, what'd you put in place?
No, it
To
was
stop
never a
that?
problem cutting the weight. It was just how I was doing it. I
Yeah.
get the weight off.
Mm-hmm.
I get the weight off. The weight's not an issue. My weight is always on point. Like I make sure I'm on point. It's not. It wasn't cutting the weight. It's just the way I cut the weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the way I cut the weight.
What about now? You're good on weight. You look a
I'm like
little full.
Yeah, I'm like 151 right now.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
not too bad.
I'm not too bad. But
Okay.
that's like a week worth of. That's like I started. So I did an 8-week camp. I got all the way down to like I just did an 8-week camp. From like October, like the end of October to like January. I was done like 140 something. But then I have a fight day, so I said I'm gonna take like 3 weeks off, so I won't burn myself out. And then today I'm starting another 8-week camp today. So I'll be down to like 145 in like matter of a week and a half. And then from there I just maintain that.
Because I was thinking, you know, you're seeing 135, the lightweight division, has a
Yeah, I'm
lot
gonna
of
move up
big
there.
names. Yeah, no, that's what I was
Yeah,
gonna say. Like,
yeah.
is it coming to a point for you where you're thinking like, well, maybe, you know, financially it makes more sense to move to lightweight because you have, you know, guys like Tank, Ryan, Devin, Teo, you know, a lot of bigger names there than as opposed to what's there at 130. Even though Tank
No, I'm
does fight
definitely
at
gonna go to
130.
35. That was my plan. My whole plan is to go to 35. I'm actually a better fighter at 35. I can't wait to get there.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I fought Iron Red Cage at 35.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think you seen that fight.
No.
I can give you a website. We can go see it at.
All right. Yeah. Let me see it.
I
Then.
give it to you. You go, yo, you gonna be like, wow.
That
And
was
that's when I
how
wasn't
long
even.
ago was it? Ivan, because Ivan's at 47 now.
Yeah, but
I
Iron
think
was
that was
always
like
big though.
4 years ago. I think.
No,
I
that was
remember.
2016.
Yeah.
2016.
Yeah. There you go.
I
Yeah.
was 30 pounds. I was fighting 35, but he was
Mhm.
way bigger than me. You could see it when
Yeah,
you
no,
watch
no.
it.
Ivan, I always wondered how Ivan was able to make the weight at the lower weights when he was down.
Yeah, I moved up 35 and dominated them, right? But I know I'm better at that weight. I'm way more stronger. Everything. I'm just better at the weight. So I'll be there eventually. I just want to go get me a title at 35. Or not 35. I'm sorry. 30, and then I may move up right away, or I may defend it once, and then move up. So I play it by ear.
Why did you make that decision to drop back down to 130 then if you felt so much better at 35?
Because that's my natural weight.
Mm-hmm.
I moved up to 35. And I didn't even get a title shot at that point. I was still on a run close to getting a title shot. I got it a year later after getting shot in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You mentioned the hand in your post fight with Jojo. What happened there with the hand?
What you mean?
It,
The same, yeah, it just bothered me. The same hand I got shot at. Yeah,
was it a break
it
or
bothered
anything
me.
like that?
Nah, it didn't break. I think I hit him on top of his head or on his elbow, something like that. And those shots be tough.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe for more videos of your favorite fighters over here on Fight Up TV, and give us a follow online as well at Fight Up TV on Twitter and on Instagram. We appreciate it, guys.